Hello, beautiful people. How you doing today? Today I'm gonna be showing you how you can have bees in your world. As you can see, I have a couple of beehives over there. So I'm going to show you how we can just craft the beehive and make sure that some bees move into the beehive. Okay. So first of all, here in my inventory, I have the materials that we will need for them. They're pretty easy to get. You will need some string that you can get by using a crook in some infested layers. You also will need some lumber. You can use any kind of lumber. It can mismatch, as you can see. This material we use to build the beehive, but these ones we use to be the beehive frames. You need to keep in mind that each beehive needs two frames to be crafted, and once you have those two frames, you have the beehive. But the beehive itself holds four beehive frames. So what we will do, we will craft six of these. But first we need the string mesh. The string mesh is very easy to craft. You need four string. It cannot be anything else. It needs to be string. It cannot be wool. It cannot be plant fiber, and it cannot be any other kind of thread. It only can be string. Okay. So first of all, we'll craft six of this. See, a nice trick is just to click on the string mesh and then shift and click here. So all the items that you have in your inventory goes into a crafting table, and you can craft the six at one time. So once we have the six string mesh, we'll go to the beehive frame. We'll do the same, shift click. But as you can see, in this time, it will try to use chestnut lumber for some reason, but we want to use this one. It doesn't matter what we have, but I had this set up for the video. Another nice thing that you can do with here, instead of just going in here and shift click on this, because this can happen if you have different kinds of lumber or items that can be used but cannot stack with other of the items you have. It's just you grab them. For example, we put the lumber back in the inventory, but we still have five string meshes and all of these materials that would be very tedious to just place one by one over here. What we can do is just select the shape that we have, just right clicking one at a time, and we could do the same, just leaving it pressed, but we can just set it in one spot, and then we can hit this. The wizard will balance the grid. We'll just set an equal amount of stuff distributed into all the slots that already have a material of the same stack. For example, if we click it, see everything goes to 6. We have the exact amount to make 6 beehive frames. Another important thing that you need to keep in mind is that the beehive frames do not stack. So you will have to use almost all your slots if you're only starting out in the world. In this case, I already have unlocked some slots, but it really does not matter. So right now, we just want to go and craft the beehive itself. For that, we need a piece of thatch that is crafted with 4 straw. Easy to get. We craft that, and we have the beehive. Okay. Once we have the beehive, we'll go to a place that is very, very filled with flowers. But here, these two beehives are not very efficient because they do not have the max amount of flowers that you can have. I think the max is about 60. These ones are just some that I have for my Twitch viewers. They can redeem a point rewards, and I give them their own beehive. So there you go. As you can see, we have 98 flowers surrounding this beehive. That is a really nice number to have. And we only need to fill them. You right click, you put all the beehive frames in there. And as you can see, you have a daily new feed chance of 1 in 20. So each day, you will have a 1 in 20 chance that a bee moves into one beehive frame. For example, over here, we already have some bees. It's nighttime. Just so you know, when they're showing off these particles, it just means that no matter how well or if they are smoked or if it's nighttime, because usually at nighttime they do not attack you, but if they are having these particles, they will attack you, as you can see over here, being attacked by bees. If you try to remove any beehive frame over there, you will get attacked by bees. Okay, as you can see, all of these beehive frame has a queen, and each queen has a set number of abilities. If you want to know more about abilities, you can click over here and click over here. Then you go into the Firmalife section and you go to beekeeping, and in here it will tell you all the abilities they can have in the list of abilities. Okay, you can play with those, and also something nice to have is any knife. You will need any knife. In this case, we'll be using a stone knife because it does not matter which knife you use. So when you have a bee frame with a queen in there, all you want to do is, for example, this is fertility 2, fertility 3. Okay, so we can get rid of, say, these two fertilities because they are not useful. There you go. You need to hover your knife and do right click on top of the beehive frames. No matter if they are mad or they are not mad, if it's day or if it's night, you can always just scrape the queens off and you will get some beeswax. Now, keep in mind that this will kill the queens, so make sure to always have at least one queen still in your beehives. That way you don't have to wait all over again for a new queen to try and move in. As you can see, we killed these two beehive frames, and see, daily new bee chance is a guaranteed. Each day, one bee will move into here, so that's pretty nice. Over here, as you can see, the particles are gone, so you could just grab any frame, as you can see, remove it, interchange it. For example, can grab these hardness, calmness. We'll put it in here, this other beehive, and this will give you a daily new chance guaranteed. That way you can have one beehive just producing bees, and that way you can be multiplying your chances to, not your chances, but your production of bees exponentially. The more beehives you have with queens inside of them, the more queens that they're going to be produced, and the more big ones you will be able to get. They also produce honey as a byproduct of producing queens. You can grab this with a jar. You need to craft a jar, okay, an empty jar from Firmalife. It cannot be a bottle. The bottles you can get them from a strainer, as you can see. Straining them, you can get bottles, or you can casting in the Tinker Construct smeltery, but that is much later in the game. So you want to get some glass bottle while you train, then you want to use sandpaper. That is pretty easy to make, as you can see. You need some kind of a sticky substance, some fabric or paper, and any kind of sand. And that way you'll be able to have a sandpaper, or you can make an empty jar. With an empty jar in your hand, you can grab one honey from there. Okay, something important to point out. Why do I need bees? It's because they produce beeswax. What can you use the beeswax for? You can use it for not many things, you can see. The most important ones are the seal bricks and the treated lumber. You can also make some candles, make some waterproof hide, maybe make some oven insulation, a bed. But over here, the important part is lumber. Lumber is really important for your game progression. Why is that? Well, with lumber, you can craft your first tier of a greenhouse. You can have treated wood, but the most important one is over here, the mixing bowl. Mixing bowls are really important. Why is that? They allow you to make a lot of recipes, and also they allow you to make leather. Here. You see, we'll take the large leather as an example. For that, you need a large oiled hide. You can see, we'll need a mixing bowl. We'll need some seed oil water, but to mix it with the leather, you will need a mixing bowl. That spoon is not hard to do at all. It's just a plank, an aspen twig, well, any twig or any stick, any kind of knife, and then you have your spoon. But the mixing bowl itself, you need treated lumber. That is why you really need the beeswax. And also for important, skill bricks for a seller that I will explain in another video. Okay, this will be the end of the video. I hope this was useful for you. And if you have any other questions of how the bees work, please leave it in the comments. Or you can also just join the Hardrock Discord, where you can post your question in any of the help channels. And the staff members or myself, you can pick me. I am Jose Chuy, and you can pick me there, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Or any of the other members or staff will help you. Yeah, this will be all for today. I hope you have a wonderful night, and bye.